Hamilton Academical Women FC were formed in 1995, originally as a girls' team which follows the same pathway as the men's team which originated from a school team in 1874. The club soon announced that they'd be entering the SWPL format for the first time and have went on to compete at the highest level of women's football for a number of years. They are currently in the second division following relegation, but are looking to get back where they belong sooner rather than later. The two main men in charge of the Accies women's side are experienced coaches Gary Doctor and Bobby Watson. Let's find out a wee bit more about them and their coaching journey so far.
I'm Gary Doctor, head coach and manager of Hamilton Academical Women's FC. I've been the manager since June of 2014. In that time we have been promoted to SWPL1 once, and we're striving to do that again this year. I am qualified to UEFA A licence level with the Scottish FA. My coaching background is I've been coaching since I was 17. It's the only job I've really worked. Starting out as a coach with North Lanarkshire Council, I progressed from there, working in football development as most of my working career. Now with the Scottish FA as a club development manager. Also spent quite a lot of time in America coaching and making some good contacts there, and gaining great experience as a coach. One of my other roles is a coach educator with the Scottish FA. I deliver coaching courses from entry level to C licence level for the Scottish FA as well.
Been involved in women's football for 12 years now. Originally started at Motherwell, of all places, believe it or not, a long time ago, and just sort of gradually worked through my badges and things and improved clubs. So from Motherwell went to East Kilbride when they had a team, and then to Glasgow Women. I was the head coach there for a bit, and got the opportunity to come in as number 2 at Accies in 2015, and being that kind of at the time we were a top division team, and it was just a no-brainer, and a chance to work with Gary, who's just such a highly thought of coach around the women's game.
The men's team at Hamilton are renowned for producing top quality young talent. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as that in the women's side. However, they do have a relatively young squad and tend to pick up players released from some of the bigger teams in the league, such as Celtic and Rangers. Megan Quigley has been with Accies since she was aged 11 and has progressed all the way through the youth ranks in the girls' side, and has now reached 65 appearances for the first team and is hoping to reach the milestone of 100 in the near future.
I think I joined the under 13s, and then every year after that kind of just blurred into one, to be honest. Like, it's hard when I think back to like differentiate the years. They just all blurred into like one, and then I just moved into the first team. And I've been up there for a few seasons now, but I've loved every minute. I couldn't imagine playing at a different club, to be honest. I was kind of just thrown in, we were in a bit of a rubbish situation, and I was kind of just flung in. But after that, it was kind of just in and out for a few years, until I kind of settled in. No, I love the club. I've never really considered ever leaving, and I've given so much, like growing up at the club from when I was so young, and like now I'm 21. It's almost like 10 years, so like they've given me so much over the time that I couldn't imagine ever leaving and going somewhere else and putting my time in elsewhere. So I think I will carry on at the club, and hopefully I do get on the pitch enough times this season to make 100 appearances, but we'll just need to wait and see.
At Hamilton, it's not about playing for money. It's about being part of a team, bringing your own quality, and most importantly, to play with a smile on your face. Some of the players are teachers, some have other jobs, and some are students. Let's learn about the life of some of these girls and what playing for Hamilton Academical Women FC means to them.
Hi, I'm MT Gardner and I play for Hamilton Accies Ladies. I'm also a PE teacher and a pastoral care teacher. Part of my job is to make sure that young people feel supported both at home and in school, and I provide them with that support to make sure that they can reach their full potential. I absolutely love my job. I love to see young people do well, and I find it really rewarding. I'm also a mum to 3 young children, and I have 2 stepdaughters, so I've got a pretty hectic lifestyle. They really keep me on my toes. I love playing for Hamilton Accies. They're such a great club. We've got a great bunch of coaches who are really understanding of everybody's personal circumstances and what they can commit to. They really push us really hard to improve every session and in every game. We've also got a great group of girls who, you know, are working extremely hard to be fit and ready for the return of football. We keep each other going, we're very supportive of each other, and we like to see each other doing well, which really shows on the pitch. You know, it's probably the best club that I've played for. It's, you know, I feel really part of the club. I feel really valued, and you know, anybody who is wanting to play for Accies, you know, I would say go for it, because they really are a fantastic club.
Hi, I'm Ellie Kane. This is Megan Quigley, my best friend, teammate and roommate. We've just finished training, we're on our way home just now. A typical day for me would be waking up around 7:30. I start work at 8 for Aviva. I'm working from home just now, so I finish mid-afternoon. I'll then log onto my laptop and do my uni work. I've just finished my second year at University of Stirling doing sports studies. After I've done some uni work, I'll have a quick bite to eat and then we'll head to training. And then once we're done with training, we'll have a quick snack and then off to bed. We love Accies because we love the girls, we love the coaches. It's got a great setup, great facilities. I've been here 2 years now and I still love it.
Hi there, I'm Megan Quinn and I play for Hamilton Accies Ladies. So during my day job, I work as a PE teacher at a high school in Livingston. I also do a bit of guidance there as well, so just like looking after the kids and making sure that everything's okay at home. I absolutely love playing for Hamilton. I've played there for nearly 7 years now. Feels like 2 years to be fair, but I absolutely love it. It means the world to me. It's the best club to be at. Thanks.
Hi, so I'm Elise McCormick and I'm currently playing for the Accies women's first team. I came through the youth system when I was 15 and I made my first team debut at 16. I then went away for a wee while and played some more youth football before I'm back and playing for the first team. I'm currently studying PE teaching and living in Edinburgh, so I'm loving that. It's obviously something that links quite nicely with sports and football and lets me take my football into like my studies. I'm loving playing for, being back at Accies first team. It's like such a good bunch of people and the coaching staff and everyone is really nice, really good. So I'm really enjoying myself this year and I can't wait to get back on the pitch and hopefully get some more minutes under my belt.
After 3 or 4 months without having a football at their feet and numerous Zoom calls later, the club were given welcome news from the Scottish Government that non-contact training was allowed to resume. Let's take a look behind the scenes as we welcome the players back to training for the first time. I spoke with Hamilton captain Amy Anderson and Celtic striker Kathleen McGovern to get their thoughts on how women's footballers have been treated compared to the men's during the lockdown period and what can be done to improve the women's game even more.
We were occupied over lockdown. It was hard, like when the men were back, but we were still like keep ourselves ticking over with like Zoom calls or like our own programmes like through strength conditioning. So it was hard and frustrating, but we are like now back and stuff like that, so it's much easier for us.
To be honest, I think it's quite unfair, considering a lot of teams in SWPL2 are the same as Accies, like not professional. Yeah, I understand Celtic has the backing and Rangers have the backing. Yeah, but I think it's good we've had the green light to go ahead at the start of June. Been challenging, also training non-contact's not ideal, but at the same time it's good to be around the whole team again and kick on. Recently I think it's been important to get the backing of BBC and BBC Alba.
so like viewers at home can tune into the games when they can't get to them? I think like we're still not fully there yet because like it's not equal pay, or we still don't get treated the same as the men. So I just don't know why that doesn't happen. Like the simple stuff like that should be changed so we can play at like stadiums like Celtic Park, or if we go to Rangers at Ibrox.
All levels of the women's game were halted in Scotland in December following an increase of coronavirus cases throughout the UK. The SWPL1 returned at the start of April after receiving funds for testing from the SFA, and at long last, the SWPL2 and below received the green light to return to contact training from the 17th of May, while the league campaign will get back underway in June.
Yeah, so we're really pleased that we've got finally got an end date in terms of non-contact training. So from the 17th of May we'll be able to start training in full contact, with games starting projected sort of 6th of June. It's going to be a really intense period. We've got 8 games to finish off the season. We're going to need to fit it in about 5 weeks, so we're looking at a number of midweeks within that. But it's the same for all the teams. It's the same. Everyone's starting off on the same foot. They'll get non-contract training to the 17th of May, 2 weeks contact, and then we're back into it. So this is what we've been working towards. This is what we've been waiting on. Obviously there's a massive amount to play for. I'm really pleased that the league will get played to a finish. 2 teams will get promoted into the top tier, and I think that would have been wholly wrong to null and void a season and not see that be able to happen, because teams in our division are putting a lot of finance and a lot of work into their clubs as we become more and more professional all the time. Hopefully we'll be looking back to some supporters getting in. We're waiting on a little bit of update on that from the SFA to see what can happen next. It'd be great to have some supporters back into the new Douglas Park, and hopefully we can give them something to cheer about as we finish in that top 2 and get promoted into the top tier for next season.
It was great to get an update on the return of matches from assistant manager Bobby Watson. Here's the highlights of the season so far as Accies continue their quest to get promoted back to the SWPL1. Everyone associated with Hamilton can't wait to get back playing the game that they all love on a Sunday afternoon.